Garden of Hopes. In a small, quiet village near the blue sea, there lived an old man named Thomas. Thomas was 70 years old, but his heart was young. He lived in a small white house with a beautiful garden. Everyone in the village called it the Garden of Hopes. Thomas loved his garden more than anything. Every morning at exactly 7 o'clock he woke up and went outside. He wore his favorite blue hat and his old brown boots. First he watered the red roses and the yellow sunflowers. He talked to them like they were his friends. "Good morning, my beautiful flowers," he whispered. "Today is going to be a sunny day." One Monday morning, a little boy named Leo passed by the garden. Leo was 10 years old and he was very sad. He sat on a wooden bench outside the garden and started to cry. Thomas saw Leo and walked to him. He carried a big red apple in his hand. "Hello, little friend," Thomas said kindly. "Why are you crying on such a beautiful day?" Leo looked up. His eyes were red. "I lost my dog, Toby. He ran away last night, and I cannot find him anywhere." Thomas sat next to Leo. "I am very sorry to hear that, Leo. Losing a friend is very hard, but don't lose hope. My garden is called the Garden of Hopes because here we believe that good things always happen." Thomas gave the apple to Leo. "Eat this, and tell me about Toby. What does he look like?" Leo smiled a little. "He is small and white. He has one black ear and a very short tail. He loves to play with blue balls." Thomas nodded. "I have an idea. Let's work in the garden together. When we work, we feel better, and maybe Toby will smell the flowers and come back." For 3 days, Leo came to the garden every afternoon. He helped Thomas plant new seeds. They dug holes in the dark earth and put small seeds inside. They watered the plants and pulled out the weeds. Leo learned many things about nature. He learned that plants need water, sun, and love to grow. He started to feel happy again. On Thursday afternoon, while they were planting a new apple tree, they heard a soft sound. "Woof!" Leo stopped. His heart started to beat fast. He looked at the gate. A small white dog with one black ear was standing there. He was dirty and tired, but his tail was wagging. "Toby!" Leo shouted. He ran to the gate and hugged his dog. Toby licked Leo's face. Leo was the happiest boy in the world. Thomas watched them and smiled. "You see, Leo, hope is like a seed. If you take care of it, it will grow into something beautiful." Leo thanked Thomas and promised to visit the garden every weekend. From that day on, the Garden of Hopes was not just Thomas's garden, it was Leo's garden too. And Toby loved the garden most of all, especially the place under the big oak tree where he could sleep in the shade. Questions. 1. How old is Thomas and where does he live? 2. What time does Thomas go to his garden every morning? 3. What does Thomas wear when he works in the garden? 4. Who did Thomas see sitting on a bench one Monday morning? 5. Why was the little boy crying? 6. What does Leo's dog Toby look like? 7. What did Thomas and Leo do together in the garden for 3 days? 8. What do plants need to grow according to the story? 9. When did Toby finally come back to the garden? 10. What is Thomas's message about hope at the end of the story? Answers. 1. Thomas is 70 years old and he lives in a small white house in a village near the sea. 2. He goes to his garden at exactly 7 o'clock. 3. He wears his favorite blue hat and his old brown boots. 4. He saw a 10-year-old boy named Leo. 5. Because he lost his dog Toby and could not find him. 6. Toby is small and white, has one black ear and a very short tail. 7. They planted seeds, dug holes, watered plants, and pulled out weeds. 8. They need water, sun, and love. 9. Toby came back on Thursday afternoon. 10. He says that hope is like a seed. If you take care of it, it grows into something beautiful.